Harley Quinn issue 6, which is written by Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti, and art by Jill Thompson and John Timms.
Thankfully, I can keep this brief because it's mostly just in-jokes, which
Good.
do
Excellent.
not give basically.
That's what you paid $3 for.
Well, that's fine if I'm committed to. Well, this is like issue 30 something for me, so
That's true.
For me, these in-jokes are paying off, and this is worth my money. But I can see why it's not for people who just jumped on at Rebirth. But basically, she's got the punk band together. They're going to play the set, and
I just want to say something. I'd forgotten what the last issue was. Of course I had. Like, why would I remember what you told me last episode, right? And you just started there. So she's got the punk band together, and they're going to play their set, and I'm like, oh, aye. That was what was happening.
Yeah.
But do continue. Do continue.
It's a bit wacky, I'll give you that. Basically, the headline band is running late, and they're like, right, you got to play longer. And they're kind of like, well, we only know 3 songs. What are we going to do? Because they've only been a band for like 3 days. So, it's kind of fair.
Punk, it's 4 chords and something to say. Like, just get up there and do it.
That's essentially where it goes. She goes out and starts singing, and they're all booing her. She's like, oh, you're awful. So she goes, you know what? This is a punk show. I'm going to rile them up. So she grabs a guy up on stage and starts going, oh, you think I'm awful? Take this, and starts beating him up. And she climbs up on top of the amp stack, grabs the bass, and then goes to the crowd, thumbs up or thumbs down. And they go, thumbs down. So she goes, all right, and then jumps and smacks him with it. And then the crowd are on her side. And then she starts flinging dog shit at them.
Oh, God.
I know.
But here's the whole thing with Harley Quinn. They want her to be, like, Jim Lee is like, she's 4th, right behind Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. Yet you're giving us her flinging dog poo.
Because they want her to be the Deadpool of DC, and it seems the direction they're going in, and it's kind of working. And I love Harley when she's done like I think Harley should be done. This book is not it. So.
But that's the whole thing. Like, you could still, like, I don't think Deadpool flings. There is, but I don't feel like Deadpool flings dog poo for all the problems I have with that character.
True.
Like, that's just a little lowest common denominator.
Admittedly,
I get it.
Admittedly, I don't really think I'm not saying no one could do it, but I don't think I would ever actually really want a Harley like ongoing book that's just her. Like, I feel like she's a character for me.
That's what Sirens was so great for, right? Because it was Paul Dini who created the character. It was Tim. And she had Poison Ivy and Catwoman to bounce off of.
But the thing with that, though, is Catwoman's essentially the straight man in that story, and I think you kind of need that.
Yeah.
Whereas Harley
this
on her
doesn't
own,
have that. This is literally a gang of crazy people.
Yeah, so, but, not for me, but...
No, I'm enjoying it. I get why people wouldn't, but I'm having fun with it personally. The reason she's throwing all the dogs to them is she's trying to impress this band because they're the ones that she's trying to infiltrate, if you remember that far back.
Are they made up of Gigi Allen? Like, that's the only person it's going to impress.
Well, it works. So,
jeez.
Of course it does.
And then they take her to a club, a bar, and it's like a superhero fetish club, or supervillain fetish club, sorry. So everyone's like dressed up kinky, but in supervillain outfits.
Part of me wants to read that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll wait for the Brazzers adaptation.
Still a better adaptation than Batman.
There's also there's a little detour where the arts, I think it's done by someone else, because it looks completely different. It's all washed out colours. It's like a flashback thing, where if you recall, this all happened when someone stole a package from her that was sent to her, and what was in that package was a bar of soap shaped into a heart that says J plus H on it. And it was a gift from the Joker, and it flashes back to when she first got given it. And it's just, just stuff as her as Harleen, and, early joke stuff there. It's fun. I don't know where it's going, though. I really don't. It's kind of
seems to be every issue, Connor. You say that. I don't know where it's going.
Yeah, I can't
but I don't know where the overall story is going, but I never need to know where it's going because it's just a fun thing. There isn't an actual
basically,
plot.
So basically, you wouldn't mind a blind Uber driver because you don't know where you're going, but it's going to be a heck of a ride.
This is kind of like it plays like a cartoon almost, where it's just like, here's this adventure for this arc, and here's that, and it's just completely unconnected, doesn't really matter, and there's no real plot. It's just like, here, have fun.
I can't believe Connor had the gall to use the phrase there in that whole that whole description of the issue of, if you recall. How dare you?
Hey, you said you were struggling to remember, so...
Gladly.
It's because he put it out of his memory like a bubble.
I don't drink,
well,
but...
okay, if you recall was questioning if you physically did. Maybe it was like, if you would kindly recall, I'm asking you to access those memories. Would that have been better?
No, it's worse because you're actually trying to make me remember at that point. You're asking me to relive painful memories. That would you ask me to recount? I don't know.
Yes, whatever it is.
My first, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something horrible. I don't know. First trip to the dentist. I don't know. Something.
Yes.
Hey, let's wrap this.
We established at the start of this, we're not friends. I get to make you relive painful memories.
Oh, God.
But my point was, I don't know where the Joker flashbacky stuff is actually leading in this story, but looking forward to finding out.